Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Georgia. Today I thought I'd do a little talking about my favourite musicals because I absolutely love musicals. It's because when I was in school, what ignited my passion for being on stage was they put on like school productions of musicals, and like I literally did 5 from when I was in year 7. And I loved it, like I absolutely loved it, and that's what ignited my passion for acting and being on stage and just having a ball of a time, you know. So right, before I babble on too much, let's get on with talking about my favourite musicals. Okay, so number 3 is Singing in the Rain. I feel like if you know musicals, and even just in general, if you know movies, Singing in the Rain you must have heard of in your life. Even if you've never watched it, like I'm sure everyone knows or has heard of Singing in the Rain. The reason I like it is because it does remind you of like your passion for acting, and because basically obviously it's got Gene Kelly in, Donald O'Connor, Debbie Reynolds. The thing I like about it is it's just 2 guys trying to find their passion. And when Gene Kelly's character, I'm sorry I don't know the name of his character because I'm very bad with remembering character names, but like when he sees, because he's on set on this like movie set, but he's not like an actor on it, and he can see the director just screaming at everyone because they're doing a terrible job, and he seizes his chance to take the role and show them what he can do. And that's how basically how his character gets famous and gets onto all these movies, and then they do a musical in a musical sort of thing because they decide to change their movie, like the movie that they're doing in the movie, into a musical. So it's sort of like a musical in a musical, if that makes sense, which I think is really cool. And yeah, I just love it for what it is, really. Like, it's a classic, not too much CGI, not auto-tune, just good singing, good dancing, a good all-around musical. The one thing I will say about it though is when people tell you to watch Singing in the Rain, they're always like, oh yeah, like Gene Kelly, and I'm like, I actually really preferred Donald O'Connor in this. And the reason I prefer Donald O'Connor is because I actually think, right, he is a better dancer and just triple threat. He is the better triple threat than Gene Kelly. Like, don't get me wrong, Gene Kelly is good, but I just think Donald O'Connor, his character, I love. Like, he is my favourite character in the whole movie, just because I think he's got such good like stage, like not stage because it's a movie, but like presence when you're watching him. Like, my eyes always went straight to him, like he always caught my eye when I was watching him. And actually that brings me on, I thought I would talk about my favourite song in each of the musicals. My favourite song, of course, Singing in the Rain. Of course that's my favourite, because when you watch it, straight after you watched it, for the few weeks afterwards, when I was walking down the pavement just chilling, all I wanted to do was grab on a lamppost, swing around it and start singing my heart out, like Singing in the Rain, you know? That's why I love that song, because it just makes you want to do it, even though you'd probably look a bit weird doing it, but who cares? Like, it's a bit of fun. Maybe one day I will, like, even though I'm a terrible singer, maybe one day I'll walk down the road and I'll swing around a lamppost and sing Singing in the Rain. Yes. And I also really love, obviously, the tongue twister song, like Moses supposes his toes are roses and Moses supposes erroneously. I think that's right. And I like that one because it's like the same thing of like not much CGI. Like, they're in a room with some chairs, just being creative with a couple of chairs and dancing and doing their thing with a pair of chairs in a room. Like, and it's so entertaining to watch. And then third one, even though I said I was only going to say one of my favourite songs, but there's so many that I love, is I don't know what it's called though. I think it's called like Make 'Em Laugh. I hope that's what it's called. I think that's what it's called. But Donald O'Connor, that's like his little solo song. I love it. Like, I love his singing, love his dancing in it. It's so impressive. Like, it's so impressive. I watch him and I'm so jealous because I'm like, you're so good. And I just wish I was on that level. Like, it's just amazing. That's the thing, it just really shows pure talent, it ignites your motivation, it ignites your passion for acting, and it shows you why you want to be on stage, because it's just amazing to watch, and I'd love to do it, I'd love to be in it. That's my number 3. Okay. Oh my god. That's the thing with recording outside, like, things fly around you, and I'm literally so scared of, like, flying bugs, honestly. Okay, my number 2, this is quite like a modern one, didn't come out that long ago. Okay, my number 2 is The Greatest Showman. Now, I just love it because it's just so uplifting, and it's the same thing I get when I watch it. I get so emotional, and I get so emotional because like obviously Hugh Jackman's main character, like he goes from being at the bottom to raising himself up and getting his dream, and like that's what we all want. That's what we all want as actors, is to just get what we want. That sounds really selfish, but I mean, like, you know, it just shows that if you really work hard, you get your dream. But you obviously have to work hard for it, but if you work hard at it, it will definitely come, and that is the main thing that I think it tells me. Also, I just love it. It's got like loads of, like, it's obviously got its main theme, but it's also got like nice little subplots in there. Like you've got Philip and Anne, lovely little love story. I loved Rewrite the Stars, that when they were on the ropes they swang into each other. Like I'd love to be able to do that. I would love it. Like swinging on a trapeze, it would be epic. It would be absolutely epic. That's the thing with these movies, I just watch them and I just get really jealous that I can't do it. Maybe one day, like maybe I should just learn. Maybe instead of saying that I'm jealous, maybe I'll learn how to do it. But I just love their little love story, because it's like, you know, she views herself as not being able to be with him because of who he is, and because being the character he is in society and everything like that. And then like she thinks she's like, you know, in the bottom of the heap and she can't get with someone like that, and then they get together and it's a beautiful love story, and it's like, oh, like it's cringy, don't get me wrong, but it's motivational. And obviously you have the bearded lady. I love the bearded lady because she's definitely the best. I reckon she was definitely the best actor in this movie, and she was amazing. Like, this is me, I find really cringy, so I don't really like it. Like, I'm not big on like massively cringy songs. Like, I like a bit of cringe and emotions sometimes, but I think that song was just a bit OTT. But must say, she really does make you feel it. Like the way she acts it and sings it, you really feel all of her emotions during that movie, and that's why I love her. In terms of my favourite song, no, it's definitely From Now On. I love From Now On. The reason I love it is because obviously you watch him go from the bottom of the heap, seeing all these famous rich people and like his wife's parents, and sort of like he sort of looks not down on them, but he kind of he has judgment for them because of how they are, and he thinks it's wrong, but then he sort of turns into them in a way, and it kind of shows like his downfall, like because he goes from getting like his dream, but then it shows how like fame takes him over, and he's not humble about it. He lets fame take him over basically, and it kind of tells you in life, just don't let fame, or don't let popularity, or don't let these little minuscule tiny things in life like take away from who you are as a person. As cringy as that is, keep saying that, but it really is cringy, but I think it's true. It's a true message. Most things that are true in life are cringy. That's just how it goes. But yeah, and I like how, and then From Now On, it was kind of showing him coming back to who he used to be, and you know, like realising that he was being an idiot basically, just being an idiot, and he finally came back to who he was, and I just love it because it's got such meaning in it, and I love a song with meaning. And he sang it great, and I love the dancing in it. Oh my god, the dancing was amazing in it. I so wish I was a dancer. I really love watching dancing. I love it. And I'm going to stop talking about The Greatest Showman now, but I do love The Greatest Showman. So uplifting. It's a great light thing to lie in bed at night in your pyjamas, put it on, makes you feel happy. Really cheers you up. Okay, right, now we're down to my number one all-time favourite musical. I mean, for a lot of people, it's not going to be their favourite, but I definitely think it is the best. So, we have The Phantom of the Opera. I just love it because obviously the concept is quite basic. It's just a creepy evil man living in like a dungeon cave thing in an opera house, and he's got like half of his face is like, I'm not sure though if it's like a birth defect or not, but he's got like something wrong with like half of his face, and he has like obviously a lot of insecurity about it, so he covers it up with this like really cool mask. I love the mask. Like I love his whole costume. Like I love a man in a suit, I love the leather gloves, love the mask. Like I think it just gives him a really good like mysterious presence. I think they really did well with Gerard Butler's costume in this, and yeah, to say Gerard Butler acts in this. The thing with Gerard Butler is really weird because the first movie I ever watched him in, this is, I think, the second. Actually, no, I've watched a few, but the first one is 300, where he's like a warrior, like preparing for battle, you know, like this really solid man, and then he goes into a musical. So to watch him in like 300 being Leonidas to the Phantom, obviously he's like dark and mysterious in this, but he's also singing. I could never imagine Jared Butler singing. The thing with him in this movie is, when you watch it, you kind of realise that he's obviously not a singer. Like, he's not terrible, definitely not amazing, and that gives me hope that I'm not an amazing singer, but I don't think I'm absolutely terrible. So maybe it gives me hope that maybe one day I'll also be in a musical. But I think they picked him because he really does act the Phantom well. Like, he gives him that mysteriousness and sort of like evil presence, but also like he manages to make you feel sorry for him, even though he's like a crazy murderer, evil. You do feel sorry for him, and like a part of you really does root for him because he just gives it that like passion, and I think he is somewhat of a lovable character because you do feel sorry for him, and Gerard gives you that. He makes you feel sorry, even though you shouldn't feel sorry for a murderer. But I do love the Phantom. And Christine Daae, apparently the actor who played this was 17 years old. 17! I'm like, oh my god, have you heard her singing voice? It's 17 years old. But yeah, amazing voice. Well done her. But yeah, I just love it. I love the mysteriousness of it. And also, so now on to my favourite song. Obviously I keep picking the main song, but like definitely the Phantom of the Opera is my favourite song because it's such a lovely duet. Like, their voices sound amazing. Love the lyrics, love all of it. But I've got to say, obviously he's definitely my favourite actor. Like, he acts it the best. But I think on stage, the person who sings it the best is definitely Mr. Ramin. I think his name is Ramin, or Raymond, or something like that. But he is, oh my god. So if you're watching this, search him on YouTube right now. So, well, not right now, maybe wait till I finish my video. But right now, no, not right now, after my video. Search him. Ramin, I think it's like Ramin Karimlu or something like that. I don't know how to say his name. The Phantom of the Opera. Because he sings it amazingly. Like, his voice control makes me jealous. Like, I wish I was blessed with those vocal cords because I really wasn't. And I am mad at my mum and dad about it every day. That they did not bless me with amazing vocal cords. But yes, he is absolutely amazing. Ramin, Mr. Ramin. He's not in this, he's in the stage version. But just give him a watch because he's got an amazing singing voice. And yeah, that's mainly why it's my favourite song, because I literally watch that on YouTube with Ramin all the time because I just love it. Love his singing voice. I'm in love with it. Enough about that now, but I am in love with it. And yeah, and I also like Stranger That You Dreamt It, only because I find it absolutely hilarious when he's like, "You little viper, you little demon," and it's just funny. It's funny. If you watch it, when you watch those bits, you'll see how funny it is because he literally goes mad, and I'm like, calm down, son, calm down. But I love it. Love that song just because I find it funny. And yeah, and Masquerade. Oh my god, the reason I love Masquerade is because I've always wanted to be in a masquerade ball. Like, I wish I could just go back in time, put on an old-fashioned dress, and have a masquerade ball. I would love it. It would be amazing. But yes, I'm going to stop talking about that now, and that's my top 3. So The Phantom of the Opera, number 1, Greatest Showman, number 2, and Singing in the Rain, number 3. Thank you so much for watching this video. Comment down below on your possible favourite musicals, or if you like my favourite musicals. Just give me your opinions on musicals yourself. Yeah, that's all I have to say really. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, please like my video, and maybe even turn on the notification bell. Thank you so much. But the thing is, I can't actually edit yet. I am in the process of learning, so you are going to have to watch me in the process of turning off my camera. So yes, thank you so much for watching again. Goodbye, and I'll see you in my next video.